My beloved child, as you read these words, know that I am speaking directly to your heart. Today is not just another ordinary day. It is a moment of divine intervention, a sacred pause in the rhythm of your life where I reach out to remind you of who you truly are. You are not here by coincidence, nor is your existence the result of randomness. You were formed with love and intention, woven together in the quiet majesty of creation, and every fiber of your being is a testament to my craftsmanship. You are unique, crafted with gifts, dreams, and abilities that only you possess. These were placed within you to fulfill a purpose far greater than you may currently understand. I see you. I see the burdens you carry, the doubts that gnaw at your confidence, and the fears that whisper lies into the depths of your mind. How many nights have you questioned your place in this vast world? How often have you wondered if your struggles have meaning or if your efforts are noticed? Let me assure you, dear one, that every tear you have shed, every worry that has crossed your heart has been seen. Nothing escapes my gaze, and nothing about you is insignificant. You are my beloved, my chosen, and my treasure. Do you know how deeply I love you? This love is not the kind you've seen in the world, where conditions and expectations dictate its flow. No, my love for you is vast, eternal, and unwavering. It is the kind of love that sees your flaws yet cherishes you all the more. Even in your moments of doubt and imperfection, I stand beside you, not with judgment but with compassion. When you stumble, I do not turn away. When you feel lost, I do not abandon you. My love is a constant, a light that never dims, even in the darkest corners of your life. You have felt the weight of inadequacy, the gnawing voice that tells you you're not enough. You've allowed the noise of the world to drown out the truth of your worth, believing the lies that tell you to shrink, to hide, to settle. But I am here to tell you, child, that those lies have no power over you. You are more than your mistakes, more than the labels others have placed on you, and more than the limitations you've imposed on yourself. Within you lies the light of purpose, the spark of divinity that I placed there before time began. Think back to the dreams you once carried, those passions that set your soul aflame. They were not random, they were whispers of my purpose for you. Perhaps you buried them under layers of fear or allowed them to be suffocated by the demands of life. But hear me now, those dreams are not lost. They are seeds waiting to bloom, and I am here to water them with my grace. All I ask is that you trust me even when the path forward seems unclear. Each step you've taken, even in uncertainty, has been a part of the journey I've laid out for you. The challenges you face are not without reason. They are refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the greater things I have in store. Do not despise the struggles, for they are shaping you into the person you were meant to be. Look back on the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, yet here you are, standing, breathing, surviving. That resilience is not your own. It is the strength I've given you, a reflection of my presence in your life. Let me speak to the fears that hold you back. You fear failure, rejection, and the unknown. But I tell you, there is no failure when you walk with me. Every setback is a setup for something greater. Every rejection is my redirection, guiding you towards something better. The unknown is not a void to be feared, but a canvas where I paint the masterpiece of your life. Trust me, even when you can't see the full picture. My plans for you are good, filled with hope and purpose. I have placed people in your life for a reason. Some will challenge you, some will inspire you, and some will walk with you through the valleys. Cherish these connections, but do not rely on them for validation. Your worth is not defined by others, but by the love I have for you. And when you feel alone, remember that I am with you, closer than your breath, holding you in the palm of my hand. Today, I call you to rise above the noise of doubt and fear. Open your heart to my guidance and let me show you the brilliance of what lies ahead. The world needs the light that only you can bring. It needs the talents, the wisdom, and the love that flow uniquely from you. Step boldly into your purpose, knowing that I am guiding every step. My cherished child, today I want you to hear this truth deep within your soul. You were not created to live in chains. The burdens you've carried, the fears that have held you captive, and the doubts that have whispered lies to your heart, they are not your inheritance. I did not design you for a life of limitation, but for a life of freedom. Today, I am calling you to step into the liberty I have already prepared for you. There are things in your life that have held you back. Wounds from the past, words spoken over you, and choices that have led you astray. These things have become barriers, walls that make it hard for you to see the blessings I have in store. But hear me clearly, I am breaking those walls today. I am removing the chains that have bound you and setting you free from the limitations you've placed on yourself. The lies you've believed about your worth, the shame you've carried, and the guilt that has weighed you down, they no longer have power over you. Perhaps you felt stuck, as though no matter how much you try, you can't seem to move forward. You've prayed for change, for something to shift, but the weight of your past has kept you rooted in place. My beloved, you don't have to carry those burdens anymore. I'm lifting them from your shoulders right now. Release them to me, all the pain, the regret, the mistakes. Let them go, for I am making all things new. You are not defined by your past, but by the love and purpose I have poured into your life. Freedom is not just about breaking away from what binds you. It's about stepping boldly into the life you were meant to live. It's about walking in confidence, knowing that you are empowered to face anything that comes your way. You may feel weak, but let me remind you, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you can't go on, I will carry you. When you doubt your ability, trust in mine. Together, there is nothing we cannot overcome. There will be moments when the old chains try to creep back in, when fear and doubt whisper that you're not strong enough or worthy enough. In those moments, remember this: the freedom I give is unshakable. It is not dependent on circumstances or the opinions of others. It is rooted in my love for you, a love that never changes. Stand tall in this truth, my child. You are free, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. Today, I am blessing you with courage. Courage to let go of the past, courage to face the future, and courage to embrace the person I created you to be. You may not feel ready, but I am with you every step of the way. Trust me to guide you, to strengthen you, and to lead you into the life I've prepared for you. My beloved child, I see the struggles you face and the burdens that weigh upon you. Life has not been easy, and there have been moments when you felt like giving up. You've wondered why the trials persist, why the road ahead seems so uncertain, and why your prayers seem unanswered. Let me assure you of this: every trial you face is not a sign of my absence, but a testament to my work within you. I am shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for greater things. Do not lose heart, for I am with you in every storm. There will be days when the challenges feel insurmountable, when the weight of the world threatens to crush your spirit. But in those moments, remember this: my strength is within you. You are not alone in your battles, and you do not have to rely solely on your own power. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. When you feel weak, lean into me. When you feel lost, call upon my name. I am closer than you realize, ready to carry you through even the darkest valleys. The pain you feel is not meaningless. It is a tool I use to shape your character, to deepen your faith, and to strengthen your resolve. Think of the refining process of gold. It must endure the heat of the fire to emerge pure and radiant. In the same way, the trials you face are purifying you, removing the doubts and fears that cloud your heart and preparing you for the blessings ahead. Trust in my plan even when you cannot see the full picture. I am working all things together for your good. Let me remind you of the power that lies within you. You have faced storms before, and you have come through them stronger. That same strength is within you now, a reflection of my presence in your life. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are my child, loved beyond measure and equipped to face any challenge. When the road feels long and the journey seems endless, remember that I am walking beside you, guiding your steps and lighting your path. Today I am calling you to trust me more deeply. Trust that I see your pain, that I hear your prayers, and that I am working behind the scenes to bring about my perfect plan. Trust that even when the answers seem delayed, they are not denied. My timing is not your timing, but it is always perfect. Rest in this assurance. I am leading you toward a future filled with hope, joy, and purpose. You may not understand the trials you face, but one day you will look back and see how every challenge shaped you into the person you were meant to be. You will see how the struggles brought you closer to me, how they strengthened your faith, and how they prepared you for the blessings that awaited you. Hold on, my child. Do not give up. The breakthrough you seek is closer than you think. Keep walking, keep trusting, and keep believing. I am with you and I will never leave you. My precious child, you were not created to simply exist. You were made with a purpose so profound, so intentional, that the heavens rejoiced at your very creation. I planted dreams and visions within you, seeds of light meant to illuminate the world around you. Yet I see how often doubt and distraction have veiled this truth. You've wondered if your life truly matters, if the gifts within you have significance, and if you are capable of fulfilling the calling I've placed upon your heart. Let me remind you, you were made for such a time as this. Within you lies the ability to make a difference in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The kindness you show, the love you give, and the wisdom you share ripple outward, touching lives in ways unseen. You may think your actions are small, but I tell you this, even the smallest light can pierce the deepest darkness. Your words, your deeds, and your very presence carry my light into the world, illuminating the paths of those who wander in shadows. You are my vessel, chosen to bring hope, healing, and inspiration to a world in need. But walking in purpose is not without challenges. There will be moments of doubt when the path ahead feels unclear, and the weight of responsibility feels too heavy to bear. In those moments, remember that I am your guide. You do not walk this journey alone. Every step you take is ordained by me. When fear tries to silence your voice, speak boldly, for I have given you a spirit of power, not of fear. When obstacles arise, face them with confidence, knowing that I go before you, preparing the way. Do not underestimate the power of the gifts I've given you. Perhaps you've dismissed them as ordinary or insignificant, but there is nothing ordinary about the talents I've placed within you. They are meant to shine, to inspire, and to bring glory to my name. Whether it's a kind word, a creative spark, or a moment of courage, every gift you use in love multiplies its impact. Do not bury what I've given you out of fear or uncertainty. Step forward in faith, trusting that I will equip you for every task I call you to. Let me remind you of the purpose I've designed for your life. It's not something you have to strive to create on your own. It's already within you, waiting to be embraced. Your purpose is not confined to grand gestures or extraordinary events. It's woven into the fabric of your everyday life. It's in the way you love others, the way you persevere through challenges, and the way you seek me in all things. Live each day with intention, knowing that your life is a reflection of my glory. Today I am calling you to step boldly into your purpose. The world needs the light only you can bring, the gifts only you can offer, and the love only you can share. Do not be discouraged by setbacks or disheartened by the opinions of others. You are not defined by their words but by mine. You are my masterpiece, and your life is a testimony of my grace. Trust in the plan I've laid out for you, even when it feels uncertain. You are walking in the footsteps of my purpose, and I will never let you falter. Lift your head, my child. Let your light shine, for it is a reflection of my presence within you. Share your gifts freely, love deeply, and live with courage. You were made to be a beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Embrace your purpose, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. Together, we will accomplish great things, and my glory will shine through your life for all to see. My dear child, today I want to remind you of the immense power found in a heart of gratitude. The world often tells you to focus on what you lack, to measure your life by what you do not yet possess. But I am calling you to shift your perspective. Gratitude is not just an expression of thanks, it is a key that unlocks the fullness of the blessings I have already poured into your life. When you embrace gratitude, you align your heart with mine, and in that alignment, miracles unfold. Look around you, my beloved. Consider the breath in your lungs, the warmth of the sun, the connections you hold with others. These are not mere coincidences. They are gifts, reminders of my constant presence in your life. How often do you pause to truly see them? The rhythm of life can blind you to its beauty, but when you take a moment to give thanks, you open your eyes to the wonders all around you. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, revealing the depth of my love in even the smallest details. You may be waiting for answers, for breakthroughs, for blessings you have prayed for fervently. But let me tell you this, the pathway to abundance begins with gratitude for what you already have. It is not that I withhold good things from you, but I desire for you to see the richness of what is already in your hands. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from lack to provision, and in doing so, it prepares your heart to receive even more. When you thank me in advance for what is to come, you are planting seeds of faith that will bear fruit in due season. Let me give you a practical step, my child. Each day, find a quiet moment to reflect on 3 things for which you are grateful. It doesn't have to be grand or complicated. Perhaps it's the comfort of a loved one's embrace, the joy of a shared smile, or the strength you found to face another day. Write these down, speak them aloud, or offer them to me in prayer. As you do this, watch how your heart begins to shift, how joy and peace take root where worry once dwelt. Gratitude is a shield against negativity, a light that dispels the shadows of doubt and despair. There will be days when giving thanks feels difficult, when the weight of your struggles seems too heavy to bear. In those moments, remember that gratitude is not about ignoring your pain or pretending everything is perfect. It is about acknowledging my presence even in the midst of your trials. When you thank me in the storm, you declare that I am greater than the winds and waves that threaten to overwhelm you. Your gratitude becomes an act of trust, a statement of faith that I am working all things together for your good. Do not underestimate the power of this practice. Gratitude has the ability to transform your heart and, in turn, your circumstances. It opens your eyes to my provision, strengthens your faith, and deepens your connection with me. When you choose to live in gratitude, you step into the flow of my blessings, allowing them to pour into every area of your life. My child, I have so much more to give you, but I want you to see the treasures you already possess. Let your heart overflow with thanks and watch as I multiply your joy. Today, I invite you to walk in gratitude, not as an obligation but as a gift. Let it become the rhythm of your life, the song that echoes through your days. As you give thanks, know that you are drawing closer to me, aligning your heart with mine, and opening the door to greater blessings. You are deeply loved, my child, and my desire is to see you flourish in every way. Trust in my goodness, embrace the blessings around you, and let your gratitude illuminate the path ahead. My beloved child, I know how deeply you long for change. Your heart aches for answers, for breakthroughs, and for the fulfillment of dreams that seem out of reach. You have waited patiently, sometimes with hope, and other times with doubt creeping in like a shadow. But let me remind you today, my timing is perfect. It may not align with the clock you hold or the calendar you consult, but it is always precisely as it should be. I see what you cannot see, and I am orchestrating every detail of your life with love and precision. You have prayed and sought my guidance, yet the answers seem delayed. You've wondered if I've heard you, if I've forgotten your needs, or if I'm distant from your struggles. Let me assure you, I have heard every word. Before your lips even formed the prayers, I knew the desires of your heart. I am not ignoring you, I am preparing you. The waiting season is not a punishment but a time of growth. In the silence, I am strengthening your faith, refining your character, and aligning your heart with mine. Imagine a gardener tending to a tree. Some seasons are for planting, others for pruning, and still others for harvest. You are in the hands of the master gardener, and I know precisely what season you are in. Trust me when I tell you that your harvest is coming. But if I were to rush the process, the fruit would not be ripe, and the blessing would not fulfill its purpose. Trust that my timing is not a delay but a preparation for something greater than you can imagine. I see how difficult it is for you to release control. You want a plan, to fix, to make things happen on your own terms. But my child, surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a declaration of trust. When you place your plans, your worries, and your dreams into my hands, you allow me to work in ways that surpass human understanding. Let go of the need to figure everything out. Let go of the timelines you've set for yourself. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Trust in the one who holds the universe in his hands and yet cares deeply for the details of your life. Let me give you an example. Think of the sunrise. You cannot rush it, no matter how much you desire the light to break through the darkness. It comes in its own time, yet it is always faithful. So it is with my promises. They may feel distant, but they are as certain as the rising sun. Each moment of waiting is part of a greater plan, one that will reveal my glory and your purpose in ways that will leave you in awe. Today I invite you to rest in me. Stop striving, stop worrying, and simply be still in my presence. Allow my peace to wash over you, quieting the anxious thoughts that keep you awake at night. Trust that I am working even when you cannot see it. Trust that I am moving mountains on your behalf, preparing opportunities, and aligning the right people and circumstances to bring my plans to fruition. Your job is not to control but to trust, to rest, to wait with expectation, knowing that I am faithful to my word. My child, I know the waiting is hard. I know it tests your patience and your faith. But hold on to this truth: I am never late. What feels like a delay to you is part of my perfect design. Trust in my timing, and you will see the beauty of what I have prepared. Keep your eyes fixed on me and let your heart find peace in my promises. The waiting will not last forever, and when the time is right, you will reap a harvest of blessings beyond anything you've imagined. My beloved child, let me remind you today of the extraordinary power of faith. Faith is not just a belief, it is a lifeline, a bridge that connects you to my promises, my presence, and my power. It is the force that enables you to walk boldly through uncertainty, to face trials with courage, and to overcome the fears that try to hold you captive. I have given you this gift of faith, not as a burden but as a tool to move mountains, calm storms, and light your path even in the darkest of times. Fear often whispers lies into your heart. It tells you that you are not strong enough, not capable enough, and that the challenges before you are too great to overcome. But my child, fear is a shadow. It cannot stand in the light of my truth. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When fear tries to take hold, remember this: I am with you. My presence surrounds you like a shield, and my power flows through you like a river. You are not alone in your battles. Faith is the antidote to fear. It is the quiet confidence that I am greater than anything you face. It is the assurance that my promises are true, that I am working for your good, and that nothing can separate you from my love. Faith does not mean the absence of challenges. It means standing firm in the face of them, trusting that I will carry you through. It is stepping forward even when the path is unclear, knowing that I am guiding your steps. Let me show you how faith works in your life. Think of a stormy sea. The waves crash around you, the wind howls, and the darkness threatens to overwhelm. But in the midst of the chaos, faith is the anchor that holds you steady. It doesn't stop the storm, but it keeps you from drifting, from being tossed by the winds of fear and doubt. Faith is what allows you to stand tall, to lift your eyes above the waves, and to see the horizon where my light is breaking through. Fear will always try to steal your peace, but I have given you the tools to fight back. When fear comes knocking, answer with my word. Speak my promises over your life. Declare that you are my child, that you are loved, and that you are protected. Use the shield of faith to extinguish the fiery arrows of doubt and despair. Let my truth be your sword, cutting through the lies that seek to bind you. You are stronger than you know because I am your strength. Faith is not about having all the answers or never feeling afraid. It's about choosing to trust me even when you don't understand. It's about leaning on my strength when yours feels insufficient. It's about believing in my goodness even when circumstances seem uncertain. When you walk in faith, you are not walking alone. I am with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and equipping you to face whatever comes. Today, I am calling you to rise above your fears and step boldly into the life I have for you. Do not let fear rob you of the joy, the peace, and the purpose that are your inheritance as my child. When you feel afraid, remember this: I am greater. Greater than your fears, greater than your struggles, and greater than anything that seeks to stand in your way. Trust in me, and let your faith lead you into the fullness of life that I have prepared for you. My beloved child, in a world filled with noise and uncertainty, I know how deeply you long for peace. Chaos swirls around you, and at times, it feels as though it is pressing into your very soul, robbing you of rest and joy. But hear my voice today: I am your peace. I am the calm in your storm, the stillness in your chaos, and the unwavering foundation beneath your feet. You do not have to search for peace in the world, for true peace comes only from me, and I offer it to you freely. The peace I give is not like the fleeting calm the world promises. It is not dependent on circumstances or the absence of conflict. My peace transcends understanding. It is a gift that guards your heart and mind, even when everything around you feels uncertain. When you rest in me, the weight of your worries begins to lift, and the chaos that once seemed overwhelming loses its power. You are safe in my hands, no matter how turbulent the storms of life may be. Let me show you the pathway to peace. It begins with surrender. Bring me your anxieties, your fears, and the burdens that keep you awake at night. Lay them at my feet, and trust that I am more than able to carry them. Stop striving to control what is beyond your reach, and let me be the one who works all things together for your good. In the stillness of surrender, you will find the peace you seek, a peace that fills the deepest corners of your heart and quiets the loudest voices of doubt. Joy, too, is a gift I long to pour into your life. But my joy is not a fleeting emotion that comes and goes with the seasons of life. It is a deep, abiding presence that sustains you even in the midst of trials. This joy is your strength, a wellspring that renews your spirit and reminds you that I am with you. When the world tries to steal your joy, remember that it is rooted in me and nothing can take it away. Choose to focus on my goodness and let my joy overflow in your life. Perhaps you feel as though peace and joy are out of reach, as though the chaos has become too great and the burdens too heavy. Let me remind you that I am greater. Greater than the noise, greater than the struggles, and greater than anything that seeks to rob you of the gifts I have given you. When you keep your eyes fixed on me, the chaos begins to fade, and the beauty of my presence becomes your reality. Practical steps can help you live in my peace and joy each day. Start by spending time in my word, where I speak life and truth into your heart. Take moments of quiet reflection to seek my presence, allowing my spirit to refresh and renew you. Surround yourself with those who lift you up and remind you of my love. And when the noise of the world becomes too loud, return to me, your refuge and your strength. Today I am calling you to let go of the chaos and embrace the peace and joy I offer. Trust in me to calm the storms and to fill your heart with a joy that cannot be shaken. You were not meant to live in a state of unrest. You were created to thrive, to walk in my light, and to experience the fullness of the life I have prepared for you. Rest in my peace, rejoice in my joy, and let them guide you through every moment of your journey. My precious child, today I am calling you to step into a life of abundance, a life that flows with blessings beyond what you can imagine. You were not created for scarcity, for striving without reward, or for feeling as though you are always falling short. I designed you to live in fullness, to experience the overflow of my goodness, and to walk in the richness of my provision. The abundance I have prepared for you is not just material but spiritual, emotional, and eternal. It is a life where your soul is nourished, your heart is at peace, and your hands are filled with purpose. You may look at your current circumstances and feel far from this abundance. Perhaps you see lack, struggle, or closed doors. But I tell you this, the life of abundance begins with trust. Trust in me, not in what your eyes can see. My resources are limitless, my blessings are unending, and my desire is to pour them into your life. The world may try to convince you that you must earn or fight for every good thing, but I am your Father, and I give freely out of my love for you. Abundance does not mean a life free of challenges, but it does mean that even in the challenges, you will lack nothing that truly matters. It means that your needs will be met, your heart will be full, and your spirit will overflow with joy and peace. This is the life I offer you, a life where my grace is sufficient, where my provision is enough, and where my presence is your greatest treasure. Trust that as you walk with me, I will provide for you in ways that exceed your expectations. Let me teach you the secret to living in abundance. It begins with gratitude and flows through generosity. When you recognize the blessings already in your life, you open the door to receive even more. Gratitude shifts your heart from scarcity to abundance, from lack to sufficiency. And when you share what you have, no matter how small it may seem, you become a vessel through which my blessings flow. As you pour into others, I will pour into you, ensuring that you are never empty but always overflowing. Perhaps you've been holding back, afraid to step into this life of abundance because of past disappointments or fears of failure. My child, those fears have no place in the life I have for you. You are not bound by your past, and you are not defined by your mistakes. The abundance I offer is not about what you've done, but about who I am. I am the God of more than enough, and I delight in blessing my children. Let go of the fear, step out in faith, and trust that I am leading you into a life that is greater than anything you've imagined. Today, I want you to dream again. Dream of the possibilities, the opportunities, and the blessings that I have prepared for you. Open your heart to the overflow of my love and provision. Take steps of faith, trusting that as you move forward, I will meet you with everything you need. Do not be afraid to ask for my blessings, to believe in my promises, and to walk boldly in the abundance I have designed for you. This life of abundance is not just for your benefit, it is meant to be shared. As you walk in my overflow, you become a beacon of hope and a source of blessing for others. The light I place in you will draw others to me, and the love I pour into your life will flow into theirs. You are my vessel, chosen to carry the richness of my grace to a world in need. Step into this life of abundance, my child. Release the doubts, the fears, and the limitations that have held you back. Trust in my provision, rest in my promises, and let my blessings overflow in your life. I am with you, and I will never let you walk alone. Together, we will journey into a life of fullness, joy, and eternal purpose. My beloved child, as you walk this journey with me, I want you to see the greater picture of your life. You are not just living for today, you are building a legacy, one that will ripple through generations and into eternity. Every choice you make, every word you speak, and every act of faith is a seed planted in the soil of eternity. You were created not just to exist, but to leave a mark, a divine imprint that reflects my glory and draws others closer to me. Your life is a testament to my grace and faithfulness. There are those who are watching you, those who are inspired by your courage, your perseverance, and your trust in me. You may not even realize the impact you are having, but know this: your faith is lighting the way for others. The way you love, serve, and remain steadfast in the face of challenges speaks volumes to those around you. You are a living example of what it means to walk with me, and through you, others will see my hand at work. Building a legacy does not require grand gestures or extraordinary achievements by the world's standards. It is found in the small, faithful acts of obedience, choosing kindness when it's difficult, speaking truth in love, and standing firm in your convictions. Your legacy is woven into the everyday moments where you choose to reflect my character. These are the seeds that grow into something eternal, something far greater than you can imagine. I know there are days when you wonder if what you're doing matters, when the weight of life feels heavy, and the impact you hope to make seems distant. Let me remind you, nothing done in love is ever wasted. Every act of faith, every prayer, every sacrifice is seen by me and will bear fruit in its time. You may not see the full harvest in this life, but I assure you, it is growing. Your labor is not in vain, and your faithfulness is shaping a legacy that will outlive you. Let me give you an example. Think of a tree planted by a river. Its roots grow deep, its branches reach wide, and it provides shade and fruit for many. This is your life when you walk with me, a tree whose roots are nourished by my word, whose strength comes from my spirit, and whose fruit blesses others. The impact of your faith will extend far beyond what you can see, reaching hearts and lives in ways only I can measure. Leaving a legacy also means investing in the lives of others. Who are the people I've placed in your life? Who can you encourage, mentor, or inspire? Your words have the power to heal, your actions can uplift, and your example can guide others toward me. Do not underestimate the influence I've given you. Even the smallest acts of love and kindness can have eternal significance. Today, I am calling you to live with eternity in mind. Focus not on the temporary trials of this world, but on the everlasting impact of a life lived for me. Let your heart be set on things above, where your true treasure lies. The legacy you leave will not be measured by material wealth or earthly accomplishments, but by the lives you've touched and the love you've shared. Step forward, my child, with the confidence that I am with you every step of the way. As you build this legacy of faith, know that I am guiding you, equipping you, and surrounding you with my grace. You are not alone in this journey. Together, we are shaping a story that will echo into eternity, a story of love, faith, and unwavering hope. Trust in me and let your life be a reflection of my eternal goodness. My dear child, everything you've read today has been spoken to awaken your heart, to remind you of who you truly are, and to draw you closer to me. These words are not just messages to inspire you, they are an invitation to transformation. The knowledge I've shared with you is not meant to sit idly in your mind, but to take root in your heart and bear fruit in your life. Now is the time to act, to step boldly into the fullness of what I have for you, and to live a life that reflects my love, peace, and purpose. Let me ask you, are you ready to let go of the doubts, the fears, and the limitations that have held you back? Are you ready to embrace the freedom, joy, and abundance that are yours in me? Take a moment to reflect on what has resonated with you most. What steps can you take today to live out the truths you've received? Will you trust me more deeply, love more boldly, and walk more confidently in your purpose? The choice is yours, my child, and I am here to walk with you every step of the way. Your journey does not end here. It is just beginning. Take these truths with you into every aspect of your life. Share them with others who may be struggling, who may need a reminder of my love and grace. Be a light in the lives of those around you, and watch as the seeds of faith you plant begin to grow. Do not let fear or hesitation hold you back. I am with you, and together we will do great things. Now, I encourage you to take one more step. Commit to growing in this journey. Stay connected to my word and to a community that uplifts and inspires you. Subscribe to this channel, activate your notifications, and be a part of this ongoing conversation about my love and purpose for your life. Each day brings new opportunities to learn, grow, and experience my blessings. Don't miss out on what I am doing in and through you. You are loved, cherished, and called for such a time as this. My blessings are upon you, and my hand is guiding you. Trust in me, take action, and embrace the extraordinary life I've prepared for you. The best is yet to come, my child. Go forth with faith, courage, and an open heart. I am with you always,